What is going on, everybody? James of Blue Tech coming here. Now, the PlayStation Vita released on February 22nd, 2012. That was a little over 11 years ago, and if you currently own a PlayStation Vita, especially the original one, let's just say the battery is probably showing its age by now. So if you stick with me here, I will show you how to replace the battery in the system, getting it to work like how it was when it first came out. In my particular case with my Vita, it's holding in charge for maybe an hour if I'm lucky, and then once it hits that 25%, then it basically will just kind of crap out and die on me. And then every time I turn it on after that, during that last 25%, it will just stay on for a few seconds and then die again. Now, the first thing we're going to do is actually power down your system. Once it's powered down, you can remove any games, the memory card, and also the 3G card if you have the 3G model. Even though the 3G card won't work anymore, it's good to remove it as well, just to be safe. All right, so once your system has been powered down and everything's been taken out, there's these 4 screws here on the back you'll have to take out, along with these 2 here on the bottom right next to the charging port, and then the 2 here on the accessory port at the top. So far with my experience of replacing the battery in this Vita, it's actually pretty simple. So if you guys actually do want to try it yourself, I will leave a link down in the description below to the tools and the battery. They'll be down in the description below, so if you guys want to check it out, just click the link. All right, so now that we got all the screws out, we're going to use our pry tool here and open up the Vita. Now, be careful opening it up, though, because there are some cables in there you definitely don't want to accidentally pull too tight on. So just be careful when you go around the Vita and just open it up very carefully. Now, those cables will be towards the bottom of the Vita near the charging port. So when you open up, you want to open it up like a book and just not pull straight up, just to make sure you don't damage the cables. And then when you have it open up like this, you want to take your tool here and actually just kind of unclip both of the cables like so. Just kind of unclip that first one there and do the same thing with the second cable right there. Once that is done, you should be able to completely remove the back touchpad from the rest of the Vita. And that is where you'll see the battery right there. And that's what we'll be removing next. All right, so down here, you're going to see a little clip that's going to hold the cable down. You're going to unclip that. I believe you can take the whole thing off. What I did, I just kind of lifted up the left side just enough where I could be able to move the wire out from underneath that clip. Once that is done, you'll see there's going to be a bracket here on the left side of the battery being held down by 2 blue screws. You want to take those up. Once those are up and off, you'll be able to pry the battery out. All right, now that we've got the old battery out, we'll be able to put the new battery in and reverse the entire process. So the very first thing I want to do before I put any of the screws in is actually test to make sure it turns on, because the last thing I want to do is actually to try to turn it on and it doesn't, and then I have to reopen the system all over again just to make sure the connections are there. But as you can see here, the battery exchange was a success and it's actually worked. So if you guys like this video, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you guys want to catch more like videos like this in the future. Don't forget that bell notification. As always, it's been James of Blue Tech. I'll catch you guys next time. Have a good one.